All right, so I'd like to welcome everyone to Morning Coffee, and again today we're going to be presented by Christiane. And Christiane, the topic again?
I'm going to keep you in suspense until Ivan's finished.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, so the
There you go.
Today, as you folks know, at 1 o'clock, we have Business Builder Mastermind with Sherry Lozier. She's doing that today at 1 o'clock. That is an amazing program. Folks, if you're a member, it's $25 for the month. And if you're a non-member, it's $75 for the month. But listen, these masterminds, this is cheap. Okay, so that's today at 1 o'clock. Please, if you're interested in doing that, jump onto the website and go ahead and pay for it. And then definitely jump on today. And she's been nice enough to change her timing so that it's after this, right?
Oh, awesome.
So that's great. Okay. Also today, if you're interested, you can stick around because we have the work group that happens right after this, right? And so now there have been some discussions privately. People have been saying, listen, why don't we hold ourselves accountable by telling each other what we want to accomplish during that work group, and then we talk about it afterwards to see if we did it. So therefore, we're racing to see if we can get it all done before we get there. I don't want to put pressure on people, right? But if that would help you, then for sure we can explore it. Okay, we can chat about that later. On Wednesday night, of course, Melissa Raymond and Stephen Lee, they do their Investing 2021. That's an awesome investors club. So if you are interested in learning about stocks, investments, then please jump on the call. It's a great discussion. Thursday morning, we have Tech Talk with Catherine Davies. Always a thrill. And this week, that's a surprise too, right, Catherine? Okay. And then, of course, at 1 o'clock on Thursday, we have the sales strategy. All right. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about prospecting. This week, we're going to talk about lead generation. We're going to talk about things like what are all the things that are out there that you can do physically to enter leads, and then the things that you can do to automate the lead generation. So we're going to chat about those things, really good tools to help you generate leads. That's Thursday at 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock. All right. So thank you. A few more folks jumping on. Catherine?
Well, just want to interrupt and say, don't forget to spread the word to any friends that live in Stony Creek to sign up as a citizen. Tomorrow, our draw for the $40 gift certificate from the infamous the village in beautiful downtown Stony Creek. So again, get people signed up as citizens on this great city. Thanks.
That's right. Being a citizen of this great city is free, and they get all the incentives from you amazing business members. So, okay, Christiane, I'm going to turn it over to you right now.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh, what a great crowd we have. Before I unveil our topic for this morning that I chose, I want to give a really heartfelt shout out to Terry. Terry, give a wave there so we can see you on the screen. Thank you. I was honored to be invited, and I was able to attend her chat on last Friday night on Dare to Share. And oh my gosh, Terry, you touched me deeply with your story, where you're going, your accomplishments. You are a lady that that truly inspired me. So shout out to Terry, and you just did an amazing job. So congratulations, my dear.
And thank you for joining those that joined. I was excited but nervous, but it went really well. And I got great feedback, and thank you again.
It did. It was absolutely wonderful. And again, goes to show what we can do all together here in sharing and supporting each other. So it was just super great. So I'm going to delve into this morning. I'm excited to have a nice chat this morning about small business trends to watch for in 2021. So paying attention to the latest small business trends puts you ahead of the competition. That's really the bottom line of the whole thing. We can all agree that competition is fierce out there. I'm feeling it. I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it as well. So by knowing the latest business news and trends, we want to focus on a few main areas. So it's easier to grow business sales by paying attention to those things, offer better customer service, and operate more effectively and efficiently. So that's the name of the game. So this morning, I'm wanting to share with you what was predicted just in 2019, and already the latest 15 small business trends have shifted going forward in 2021. So we're already there. So allow me to share my screen, and I'm going to go through those 15. So my question to you after this is going to be, which one or two trends positively resonate with you in your business and why? All right, so keep that in mind as we go forward. So we're talking about keep the focus on user reviews, being mobile, remote work is growing, gig work is growing too. And we're talking about flexibility and people wanting to be their own boss in that piece. Going green. Then we've got employee happiness matters. And the number 7 falls into that with non-monetary benefits and perks. We've got e-commerce is dominating. AI, artificial intelligence, is not taking over. That was interesting to research. Voice recognition is developing, which we're well aware of. Stories are more important than a news feed. I'm learning that. Customer service should have a personal touch. How do we do that? 5G is in the game, and actually we had a tech talk on that last month, right, Catherine? We delved into the 5G. Generation Z is entering the workforce, and those are the 23 years and under. Have fun with that, folks. Be active on social media. So when we're talking about those pieces, this is now where I want to do the discussion maybe in 2 flavors. So now that we took a look at these 15 trends, let's each take a couple of minutes to share maybe 1 or 2 of these trends that resonate with you and why. So I call this kind of a bit of a quick fire. All right, so keep thinking about that. So we'll do a quick fire on 1 or 2 pieces, items that you think resonates for you and why. And then we'll go into a round table to share our thoughts and ideas and how we can help and support each other. So let me start. And then Catherine, you're going to be on deck. And Lindsay, you're going to be after that. And then I'll throw out some names and then we'll start with that. So for my 2 are actually the first and the last one. So my focus is going to be on user reviews and being active on social media. And my why is because I need to be more focused on these 2 areas. And this is where my business is now headed. So those are my why. Catherine, now I'm turning it over to you. What are yours?
Customer service is big. You can't sell more things to a customer who's not happy, but you don't sell anything to a client that's extremely happy with you, right? You just show them what they like, say, okay, is this what you really need? That from what I'm hearing from, and they'll go, yeah, why? Do you have it? I want it. So that one's the big, and I agree with you with the e-commerce, not that it's going to sell, but it's going to, again, enlighten people to what you have to offer. And then they'll say, I didn't know that was around. What the heck is that? And so you can educate your client.
Well said. Thanks, Catherine. All right, Lindsay, you're up, and Sid, you're going to be on deck.
So I think the 2 biggest things for me, I won't even say social media because obviously I'm a social media manager for my business, but the 2 biggest things for me are going green, because I'm just green all around. But when I worked for my old boss, she was actually a company that refused to use paper. So she taught me on how to make a business actually just fully functional on Google. And she herself like told me how she would just go into businesses and make them all on Google. And we if I had to print something, she would be like, okay, so what can we actually do so we don't have to print paper?
Yeah.
And we would always talk about it. So she actually put me on the track of like never using paper, using my phone, using all Google services to make it work. And I also offer as a service sometimes to people that to make them go green by implementing everything on Google. I think the second biggest one for me too is that the millennial one, the like Gen Z or whatever they're called, because I actually been talking to a lot of business owners that are actually under 25 who started their businesses at 21 because they didn't go to college for long enough. And one of the people that I talk to regularly, he's a food truck owner. He started this food truck called Andiamo Italian. If you've been to like Sound of Music or any concert in the GTA, he's probably been there. So anyways, he's doing so well that he actually just bought a second food truck just for catering purposes for weddings. And he has 8 weddings this year in COVID. So he's doing something right. And he's only 25 years old. And like I said, he started it when he was 21 and he's like really close friends with my brother. And it's just, those are the 2 biggest things for me. Absolutely.
Can you put his info in the chat?
Absolutely.
So I can tweet him?
That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay. That was great. Sid, you're on, and Terry, you're on deck.
I would say for me personally, just as Ivan was saying, I'm pretty big on social media, but I have to start targeting it, using it more for business instead of socializing, because I tend to do a bit too much of that. a bit too much of that. If I could retarget it and use it for business purposes, I think it would be a lot more productive. And then I'd have to agree with Catherine as well, in regards to customer service. With our industry and what we're doing, we have no competition other than each other, which is our own independent associates. And I just feel that if you can serve your clients with that extra level of customer service, the more good things they'll say about you, and hence will lead to referrals. And then the more the universe will bless us internally, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's where the reviews come in. Absolutely right, Sid, for sure. Okay, over to you, Terry, and Samantha, you're on deck.
Okay, this is great, Catherine. I wish I were, or Christina, I wish I would have wrote faster, but I think for me, the stories are more important than news feeds. So using more stories to get our business out in front of people. And one thing I learned recently is having our customers give us shout outs really goes a long way in referrals. And me giving my customers shout outs for being my customer goes a long way. And the other one would be, customer service, because if you take care of your key, I only have to take care of my own personal, say 50 customers, and then I have 1,500 people taking care of their 50 customers. And if I duplicate that, we will never lose any customers. And I have customers from 24 years ago when I started because of taking care of the customers and getting more referrals. So those are my 2 big reasons and why.
Those are terrific. Those are terrific, Terry. Thank you. Samantha, you're up, and Patrick, you're on deck.
Thank you. So I guess one of the things that stood up to me was social media. I know how to use it and navigate and all that, but I guess it's just being more strategic in reaching out to business owners and having a plan and kind of following up with that plan. So that's something that's been at the back of my mind to work on.
Excellent. Yeah, that is super great. Thank you very much, Samantha. Patrick and William, you're on deck.
Yeah, so I would say for me, the 2 would be, I'll just throw the one in there, working remotely because like COVID. So, but it's easier for me because I can bring some of my studio everywhere and stuff like that. But I will say the ones that resonated was probably social media. Because like I do know social media, but I think for me the issue is that like I now have like 3 accounts that I have to like take care of, and 2 of them are my personal ones, like for like business, like Bird Media and Bird Reviews. And so it's a lot of like bouncing sort of back and forth, and like even with talking with Lindsay about like the idea of stories being more important right now because like people are outside, people are less on their phones and stuff like that. So Lindsay's been like a big help there in helping me sort of sort of navigate that. I would say, oh man, I had another thought. But yeah, but mainly for me, it's engagement and also the review part too, like customer stuff. It's something I've been learning about how to like, even though some of my customers have been like, oh, I love your style, I like what you do, I like your photos and stuff. I still want to narrow it down, and I still want to be like, what do you exactly want? The like colors, textures, whatever, because I want to make sure that I'm providing optimally the best work for them, so that especially in the future, like I know exactly in tune with what my client wants, so that I don't have to worry about, you know, any sort of negativeness, but also just make it easier for them and that I'm providing the best for them sort of deal. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. And then that way you know how to respond and you can stay ahead of it based on the reviews and the feedback. No, that was great, Patrick. Thank you so much. William, you're on, and Julia, you're on deck.
William just said he lost his audio. You might want to skip over him.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Julia, you're on right now, actually. And then Frida, you're on deck.
Okay. Hello. Thank you for having me today. So my first one is e-commerce is taking over. And I thoroughly agree with that, especially during these times where everything's closing down. I run an digital franchise, and it's solely based on e-commerce. And my second one is social media, being more strategic with social media, because social media today it's the biggest way and fastest way to grow your business. And so being strategic with how you market yourself and your brand on social media is something that I personally have to work on, because my business is based on social selling and making sure that people can see my face, and you know, making sure that I'm marketing my products properly.
Excellent. And we've got a little one in the background that's jumping in with her ideas too. That is just so cute. Love it. Love it, Julia. Thank you for that. Frida, you're on, and Naz, you're going to be on deck.
Okay.
So taking advantage of the gig economy, everybody is really, it's a kind of a buzzword now, but I also feel that the social media, to use it strategically. So I agree with Julia completely in how to use it to better bring people traffic to your website. That's important. The customer stories, the customer shout outs, like Terry was saying, that's something that I've been getting more of, and which has been helpful. I just had a new client this morning hire me for cleaning. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of things there that we've kind of got to take a little bit, but you got to see what fits, because some of the things, I mean, working remotely, we're all working remotely. So yeah.
Yeah, very well said. Excellent, Frida. Thank you so much. Naz and Yuri, you're going to be on deck. Go for it, Naz.
Okay, so a couple of things. Yeah, social media, it's key right now. It's more than a trend. It's part of the new business model. So those who adopt it will increase their sustainability. So it really is important, and it's easy to engage with people. Like, so, yeah, so we can take our clients and tweet about them. It gives us more engagement, gives them more exposure. And it's a really like a really nice opportunity to help share your value, right? Because once you give your value for free, then it's what it takes to break that ice barrier and give people a little taste of what they're getting from working with you, right? So it's important to share the value, and social media is really the platform for that. So that's point one. And then point two, as far as the gig economy goes, I'm using it as a tool to get people into my ecosystem. So I have, what I've done is I've taken a couple of tasks and I've turned that into a gig. So, you know, on evenings, I'll look for people that I think they look kind of like kind of people who are go-getters and could use another income stream. So I give them, I take the information and I tell them that I have something in the pipe, and as soon as it's ready, then I will onboard them. So yeah, so take advantage of this gig thing, because it's something that it's also part of the new business model, right? So the more we can incorporate it, and everything is you got to crawl before you can walk, and walk before you run, right? So just by finding one small task that you can gig out, then it gets the ball rolling, right? Because we don't know where this is go, and everybody has their own niche, right? And everybody will grow. So there's seeds, right? So just take one task, turn it into a gig. That's the seed. And then as you explore more on the journey, you'll shape it into what you want it to look like.
Wow, that was a great roadmap. Thank you, Naz. That was awesome. That was just great. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
Yuri, you're next, and Teresa, you're going to be on deck.
It's hard to follow up that speech, but
right,
no, brother. I'm on this learning journey like everybody else. I'm just sharing, what I've picked up along the way.
Also, for us older folks, that sheet is not on there. I forgot half of the things that were on that sheet, but anyway.
Well, actually, I'm glad you said that, Yuri. So hold that thought. I'm going to do a quick pause right here before we go forward. Because we do have some amazing co people that are joining us here that came in later. Let me throw up the slide again. I'm going to do a quick review of the slide so I can share what those 15 trends were, and then we will where is it? And then we'll start from that. So for a review for everybody, and those who just joined us, we're talking about
thank God.
the small business trends. So the trends are focusing on user reviews, people being mobile, remote work, gig work, which again here we're talking about people that are wanting to be the flexibility for people, and people want to be their own boss. Going green, employee happiness is important. Non-monetary benefits and perks are important to some. We're talking about e-commerce. We're talking about artificial intelligence as well, not taking over. Voice recognition is being developed. Stories are more important than a news feed. Customer service should have a personal touch. 5G is in the game. Generation Z, which are our 23 years and under, is entering the workforce, and be active on social media. So my question is take 1 or 2 minutes, think about what you think your top 1 or 2 would be that you would want to focus on that are meaningful to you, something that resonates with you, and then we'll share that, and then we'll do a round table after that. So Yuri, back to you now. How's that?
I didn't change my response too much. For me, I mean, I wish I could use the e-commerce to sell or buy real estate in bulk kind of thing. That would be great, but that's not going to happen probably. Well, maybe there is something there too, but for me, the reviews obviously is the big one because lots of our business is based on referrals from the existing clients, and it's based on a customer service. So they're all like, lots of those things are intertwined. And the other one is obviously the technology, or like virtual. Our company is probably one of the first ones that implemented and rolled out the virtual office to everybody basically. And that was pre-COVID. That was not because of the COVID. We did it to basically save money on brick and mortar, on commute, on all kinds of things that not required if you just sitting at your computer, right? So
right.
And obviously the social media. So it's like I said, it's a system, and our company is all about systems. And I can summarize or put all those 15 tasks in one big system. They're all working off of each other, sort of thing, right? So that's my point.
Kind of like
Okay,
your
well,
birdhouse condos,
What's that?
kind of like your birdhouse condos over the weekend.
Yeah, it's still some availability, so. It's a,
Good stuff. Thank you, Yuri. That was great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to skip Teresa because I think she's left. So I'm going to jump over to Ivan, and then Thomas, you're on deck. Ivan, over to you.
Okay, so there's actually three, and I'll be real fast. The first one, of course, is e-commerce. I think that that everyone's learned to do a lot more of that over the past year. Stories, which I totally agree with. However, I don't think that we've actually thought out how to best deploy those stories. But yes, I think that that's a big one. And of course, social media, using social media for everything.
Yeah.
More. All right, that's it.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. You netted that puppy out. That was really great. All right, Thomas, over to you.
I could probably have discussions on all 15 topics, really, considering, being an IT
For
provider.
sure.
And, so, I could talk to anybody about all 15 topics for most of them, at least. If I had to narrow it down for myself, I agree with so far a lot of people saying that reviews in social media is a great aspect because I've got to use it more, and they're obviously great tools. And then the other part of it, I guess they gotta go hand in hand, right? The more reviews you get and the more social media you put yourself out there, you provide more information to customers to show them your knowledge and your expertise. So then they just naturally gravitate to you rather than putting in, rather than forcing trying to force the hand, you naturally just let them know that you are actually worth that phone call. You're worth that sit down at least. And then from there, anything's possible, right? So.
Right. Oh, that's great. Thank you,
Christiane,
Thomas. Yes.
Christiane, can I just jump in here? Just
Yes.
everybody wants to, take your time, no rush, but you can put your contact information in the chat window so that everybody on the call can have your contact information.
Thank you.
If you want them to have it, so they can reach out and network with you after as well. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. See, that's all about networking, right? And getting that in there. Ah, right on. There you go. So thank you for that. William, do you have your audio? Are you good on your audio or no? Because I can come back to you.
No, I should actually be good.
Good, great. Okay, don't want to miss you.
No, I apologize. I usually use a Bluetooth earpiece and it just died out and I couldn't get my other pieces to work. And I'm like, oh,
happened to me more than once.
Gotta love
nice
technology.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. So on your list, the ones that kind of stuck out to me more was the non-monetary benefits and perks, because I deal in benefits. That's what I do. And we're starting to see a lot of increase or uptake in telehealth and in mental health issues. So we're starting to see some of that kind of coming about. And I don't know if you could actually say that 5G is in the game quite yet. It's still kind of that beginning. It'd be wonderful to see where it goes though.
Right.
Unfortunately, I spent many years in technology working for telecom companies, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet on what it can do. So we'll see where it goes. But I know social media is another one I've really got to spend a little bit more time on myself. So.
Yeah, well, that one seems to be popular. So you're right in with the popularity game this morning, William, on that. And 5G, again, Catherine had a tech talk with us last month on a Thursday morning tech talk, and we really delved into 5G and where it might be going, where it's going. So that was really super cool as well. So we're going to move over. So Adam, I'm going to have you on next, and Maggie, you're on deck. All right, go ahead, Adam.
So someone mentioned 5G. I think it's one of those things to keep in the back of your head, which now means that there is much more incentive to make sure. Sorry about that. Almost choked.
No dying on us, Anna.
Yeah. So I feel like 5G is one of those things that I'm kind of looking at in the future rather than focusing on now, because that's the one thing that's going to put more pressure on a guy like me to make sure that everything he builds is relatively stable, is relatively scalable, and can build and run pretty much like that. There's more pressure now to make sure that websites and apps are capable of loading data faster and more and more reliably, and to make sure that they're also just as lightweight. So there's an increased incentive to make sure that things run much more tightly than they did before. As far as social media is concerned, that's also something I got to focus on personally. Mostly just because I tend to focus more on longer scale kind of content like blog posts and stuff like that, which itself kind of counts. But how many people spend more time reading like a 5-page blog post than they do like I don't know, 5 paragraphs on
Yeah.
Facebook that's relatively accessible, right? For things
Can I
like
make a
stories.
suggestion? So when you're blogging, right? So on a separate notepad, every sentence, right? Like just write down the keyword from every sentence, right? Just as you're going through, right?
Oh, I think, did we lose Naz?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did.
I can't
All
find
right,
him on
Adam.
this.
Okay, pick up that ball and run with it.
That's actually, if I'm assuming what he's saying is basically take the keyword from that and then just use that to sort of build out
Right.
like a smaller scale version of that, so I can throw it on social media and then I can link to that blog post. That's not a bad idea, and I like that as
Yeah.
a
Or,
way to
or make
hook
a
people
story
in.
with it or whatever, right? And
So speaking of which,
aha, what a lead in, right? We rehearsed this.
so stories are the one thing I'm a little bit more skeptical about, because I notice that stories themselves are something that's been picked up as a trend in other services like Instagram, from like Snapchat and stuff. But the other thing I tend to notice is that more of them are pivoting towards shareable videos, your TikToks, your Reels, and stuff like that, which itself was built off of Vine, right? Those are much more shareable. Those offer a way for people to get invested into information and to share things much quicker than they can a tweet. It's it's a way to get people involved in different fields that they normally wouldn't know about. One example being photography, right?
Right.
So that's something that I'm thinking about as well. You can maybe even use those. You can even use stories as a way to promote your videos, like TikToks or something like that, right? So
Okay. Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
So those are my 3 big takeaways.
All right. Well, thank you, Adam. That was really good. We're going to go to Maggie, and then Teresa, you're on deck. Maggie, go ahead.
Okay. Well, being a writer, I can write from anywhere. So remote is major for me. The travel aspect of it, okay, I do need to be mobile, but that's okay. You know, I guess for me, social media. I can agree with Sid, less personal stuff. In particular, stop arguing with people getting thrown in Facebook jail. You know, it's not helping my image for business. So I've got to concentrate more on making it all about business. Clean things up a bit. So, and I've got to use it more. I mean, I've got something like 2,000 Twitter followers, and I hardly ever put anything on Twitter anymore. You know, even my Instagram, you know, I don't post as much as I should.
Yeah. Well, this will be a great network of people to help you get there, I think, Maggie.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
super
it
great.
is, yeah, a lot
Lean
of it,
on us. Lean on us. We'll help you.
yeah. Well, a lot of it, the Instagram is because I'm not going anywhere, you know, so I'm not, because of COVID, like, or I just don't go out that much.
Right.
So
Well, that'll be good, because once we
and
get
it's like-
into the round table, we'll be able to, I think, help you out with that. I think we might
Yeah.
come up with some great ideas for you.
Yeah, but those are sort of the big things, because, you know, and again, I work alone, so, you know, I think employee satisfaction is something that's great for people who have employees. I don't, so it's not something I have to really concern myself with, but for people that do, yeah, like having been an employee, you know, that's something that, you know, it's always good when your employees are happy. Like,
Great.
it's totally alone, so.
Super great. Super great. Thank you, Maggie. That is awesome. And I think we've hit everybody. We're closing off with Teresa here. Go for it, Teresa.
Okay, so of course, obviously mine would be e-commerce and social, which is kind of the realm I'm in. like Ivan said, the stories are definitely, we just need to sort out how to get those stories to be a little bit more presentable on social media. And I really like the voice of using the voice more. So saying, hey, add this to my calendar, find this phone number, just making sure that it actually works a little bit better when when you're asking for certain things, because we are remote, we are driving a lot, we're here and there. It's nice to just be able to ask the question and get the right answer.
Right. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, I think I got absolutely everybody. I'm pretty sure. Ivan, were you checking?
Yeah,
me?
no,
So I
good.
got
Yeah,
everybody.
you did it.
Excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
So just before we get into the round robin table here, and we're just going to go around and we can open it up for everybody. Let me give you a few fast facts on social media. Research found that 77% of small businesses in the United States are using social media to promote critical business functions such as sales, marketing, and customer service, which we've heard all around. Understand that 84% of Americans are shopping for something at any given moment. So ensure you are capitalizing on social channels to bring these customers to your site to purchase your goods and your services. And under user reviews, it is not just about features or price anymore. It's also about what other people have to say about a particular product. Users feel a lot more comfortable purchasing something that another individual has bought and tried. So there you go. And I think that's where we were all chatting about. So let me open it up. Who wants to delve
Hey
into
guys,
something else?
Sorry, my phone died.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
okay now. So why don't you continue? We kind of assumed where you went. Sorry, Adam kind of picked it up. Let's see if we knew where you were going. So why don't you keep going?
Yeah, so what I was saying is, to help with the summarizing, you pick the key words from your sentences or paragraphs just as you're crafting, right? And then at the end of it, it's easy to turn those keywords into sentences, and that's your summary that you're going to post on your social media and then link out to your blog.
That's exactly it. So we knew exactly where you were going with it. That's exactly what we zeroed in on. So that was great. That was great.
So
Thank
I'll
you
jump
so
in here
much.
too and just say that it's important that you that you write reviews on things that you buy, right? Like you buy a product, you say, hey, this product really worked out really well. That's really important. But on top of that, if you deal with a business person, if you know that Sid rocks, or that Yuri's a great real estate person, then go on their Google or their Facebook or whatever it is and give them a review. Because just the same way that we look at products and we see what people write about those products, the same thing happens with non-product type businesses, and it is critical. I look at reviews all the time, right? So therefore, it's important to give members, especially, right, support the members, and non, folks that we know too, but members it's where my passion is. You definitely give them a review. Go ahead.
Yeah, support the members for sure. That's key. That's the easiest thing we can do for each other, right? Tweet about it, share our tweets and share our Instagrams, because I'll tell you something. I have access to some of the biggest people, movers and shakers right now, and all of them are on Instagram. Instagram is the point of contact where all these guys, on a personal level, when they take off their business hat, they're still the business owner at the end of the day. But outside of that framing, they're scoping out Instagram to see what's up, to see who's current. They're looking at Twitter just because it's easy. It's so easy to just get a glance in the world just, from what people are saying. So it's important to do that. But the most important thing I want to talk about is Google reviews. Have your Google ID logged into your phone. Every time that you give a Google review, you're going to get a Google profile. And every time you give a review, you get points. And the more points that you get, the more, like I have some title like a guide, city guide, I think, just because of the reviews that I gave. And so what I'm doing now is, because I have this authority, I review my prospects, right? I look at the services that they have and I talk about what the solutions are in my review, right? So I'm encouraging, like, I'm generating traffic for them without them knowing who I am, right? And most time I don't even name drop, but a lot of times people recognize me from the review. It's only after a while, after like I've started speaking, they recognize the language and then they clue in. So that's my tip for everybody else.
And Nazir, on top of with that, think about the new folks, people who have just started their businesses. You know, folks like let's say Adam, Samantha, Julia. You know, like new business people, and definitely give them a review, right? I mean, you know, because you know the folks that have been around for a long time, you know, they have reviews, right? But you know, of course, if they're members, definitely continue to give them reviews. But the new folks really need the reviews. So I can't tell you how important it is. That's, if I'm looking at it, I can bet you other people are looking at it. So
yeah, for sure. So everybody, as do what Ivan said. Throw your contact details, you know, personal details and business details into the chat, so that we can take that and then start socializing.
well, and a shameless plug, of course, the first place to start is go on to This Great City.
Of course,
Right?
of course.
And you know, and give them a review right on This Great City. Give them like a, you know, 5-star with a comment under there. I think that would be amazing.
Okay.
So then let me ask a question here then to Ivan, Naz, whoever wants to answer it. For those of us that are not technically inclined, those of us that are new to all of this, where do you go to even put a review? How do you do that?
Google Maps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know when you
talk
when you
to me a
punch
bit
in,
more.
you know when you punch in somebody's you know a business name, and then up will pop on the side, it'll pop, you know, their name, and it's got a little box out there, but underneath it'll say, you know, reviews, and then it'll say post a review. Then just go there and post it. So for me, when I open up Chrome, I'm automatically logged into my Google account. So I just go ahead and write a review, and it tracks it. But I'll tell you something, just like Naz was saying, I think I'm a city guide as well, because not only do I post reviews, but if I have photos, I post photos, right? I post all kinds of things, and then Google really loves that stuff. They send me little notes telling me how popular my photos are. I feel important, you know, so it's good to do.
Oh, that is great information, you guys. That's awesome.
Often too, once you've been somewhere, you'll get up in your Google feed. You've been to a Tim Hortons recently. You've been to this Shoppers Drug Mart, like just simple things like that. And that again gives you those points that Naz and Ivan are talking about.
It's a little scary though sometimes, because it'll send me a note saying, "We'd like to see where you've been for the past 2 weeks."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, hide that from my wife. Oh, she's on the call.
Christiane,
they really want you on the system, so they dig into you to give you suggestions, and that's when you realize how scary it is that they've been watching you so closely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks. Sid, you were saying?
Yeah, I was going to say, as a business owner, everyone can go on and open up a Google My Business page for free. And then once you create a Google My Business page, you're going to get a link generated for you. So you can actually email that link to your clients, and it'll say, oh, this is so-and-so from XYZ business. Do you mind giving me a review? And once you send it to them, it'll automatically create a capture and update your My Business page. And the more reviews you get, likes and shares, it'll rank you higher up on the Google SEO when people are Googling.
That is excellent.
That's a great idea because it's quicker, right?
Way faster, yeah.
It's somebody's more apt to do it because all they have to do is click and write.
Yes, exactly. Instead of searching for you. And then also with the Google My Business app for an Android or Apple, you can text it to people. So if you're actually standing with a customer, hey, would you mind giving me a review? Keep in mind though, the reviews have to be legitimate because Google does go through and verify them.
Which is good, which is then good. Okay.
That's an excellent tip. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem, brother. No problem, guys.
Wow, man, we've got the experts on this call.
love
We're
it.
doing really good.
Nothing better than networking it, right, Christiane?
Yeah, exactly.
I
No,
love
the
it.
network is just super great.
So we're about 10 minutes away. I just want to do a run around and just find out what everybody needs.
Perfect. Okay. So then let me just wrap up real quick with my bottom line is about this. It's staying ahead of the competition. That's what we're doing. All right. So that's the bottom line to our entire discussion here. So thank you everybody for listening. Yep. My name is Christiane, and hey, send me a review if you really enjoyed this morning. If you didn't, my name is Fred. Okay.
All right, listen. So
and with this, I'm turning it back to Ivan for the weather.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You know, to the west we have, but listen, can we really quickly go around the room? I know that we have some new folks here, and just quickly, like I'm telling you, 45 seconds, okay, nothing longer than that. Tell us what you do. I know that your information is already in the chat window, but I just want people to associate the information in the chat window with your face. Okay, so of course everybody knows me. I'm Ivan Sutton, and of course I am with This Great City, of course the business networking engine, and we're here to help businesses build relationships with other businesses and with consumers in their city and beyond. Okay, Lindsay.
Sorry, my client just texted me. Can you repeat the question?
Really?
I'm sorry.
Okay, Lindsay, give me your 45-second or less elevator pitch.
So I do social media advertising for small businesses specifically. My prices are very reasonable because I'm obviously a one-woman operation and I'm also a small business. So I try to come at it with a more affordable approach to people so that they're not breaking the bank. And the most I charge is about $1,000 a month for social media advertising, which I think I'm a little bit below the industry standard for that. So,
awesome.
So yeah, if you need any help with social media advertising or creation, like logos or any like design graphic, I'm your girl.
All right, Christiane.
I'm Christiane Bristow, your host, the co-host this morning. Ceremonies to remember. I'm a licensed Ontario wedding officiant. I'm an MC, and I do virtual hosting of events and any opportunities that you might have that needing a host.
And also Christiane does voiceovers.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. I'm just sharing. All right, Catherine Davies.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I am also involved in This Great City as the city leader for Stony Creek. And my other business is Life's Emergency Training, which is first aid, CPR, and AED training, not only on site, but is a blended online on site. We are the specialists for industrial and commercial clients.
Awesome. Okay, Frida.
So I am a, yeah. I was going to add something there, but I'm not going to vary from it. I'm a networking professional. I've been doing network marketing for over 30 years. My last 10 years have been with a company called ACN, which stands for All Communications Network. We take people from paying Bell & Rogers or other companies from their retail side over to the wholesale side while feeding children in the local marketplace. So we help businesses and individuals make money on essential services.
Are you still with ACN?
Yes.
That is excellent. I used to be ACN.
I thought I recognized you. Yeah.
Yeah. It was only since like a year or two ago.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I got to move on because we're running out of time. So sorry. Let's have the conversation in the work group because the work group is coming up right after this, folks.
Right.
Work group, exciting times. Okay, Maggie.
Okay, well, I'm a freelance writer. My real specialty, I think I mentioned, was travel writing, although it's a little slow right now. But I can write for pretty much any industry, anything from social media posts, blog posts, articles, something for your website, your newsletters. I also do proofreading and editing. So whatever your writing needs, your content needs, I can do it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Maggie. Samantha, I know that you said it before, but say it again.
No problem. My name's Samantha. I'm a virtual assistant. I provide remote administrative services to business owners, basically taking the administrative tasks off their hands so they have time to grow their business.
Wonderful. Yuri Nesbitt.
I am a wealth builder through the real estate, and anybody can sell or buy the real estate. However, if you want to get the best, the most buck for your property and with a less hassle, leave it to professionals. That's it.
That's right. And Yuri Ross.
I'll get you the mortgage too.
Yes, 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 you do. Okay, Adam, you're up.
Hi there, my name is Adam Kafaji. I am a freelance web designer and mobile developer, and the head of Adamant Industries, a one-stop a one-man development studio here in Ontario. If you decide to contact me, we can make the website or dreams of your reality, and together we can achieve perfection through iteration.
Beautifully said. Awesome. Thank you, Adam. All right, Terry, you're up.
Thank you very much.
Just took a sip of coffee. Okay, my name is Terry Madden. I'm a regional director with ASPRES, All Communications Network. I'm so excited because this week we're actually launching a new service. It's called ID Seal Titan. We're taking care of your computers and phones, and if you don't like them listening to you, ad block will be a very good thing for you to have. So looking for people, my ask this week is we are looking for people to help us expand the company, because that is the only way you'll hear about this amazing product and service. So if you know anyone looking to make some extra money or save money, as Brandon said, on essential services, give us a call. Thank you.
So Terry, I got a question for you. If I don't like it when I'm speaking about things, and then of course Google starts to kick in with her opinion, you know, thinking, how are you even knowing what I'm talking? Is that what? Anyway, okay, sorry. I guess we should call you for that. Sid, go ahead.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sid Singh. I'm an independent associate with Legal Shield. For those of you that don't know what Legal Shield is, we are a 49-year-old membership-based service right across North America. What we do is we offer affordable, legal, and identity theft protection. We have plans for both families as well as small business owners, and I'm what's called a small business solutions specialist. Especially with these days with the whole pandemic, a lot of people are getting right-sized, downsized, kicked in the pants, getting let go of unjustly. If you don't know your legal rights, you basically have none. Again, my name's Sid Singh from Legal Shield. My tagline is worry less, live more with our amazing membership. Thank you.
As soon as I hear legal, it must cost like $1,000 a month, right, Sid? No, less than that? How much?
We can chat for those that are interested.
Folks, call Sid, Legal Shield. They're on with us, so definitely reach out to Sid. Go ahead, Julia.
Hi. Like I was mentioning earlier, I run a digital franchise, and it's basically a product brokerage where we are in many multi-billion-dollar industries, and I show people how to turn their everyday spending into an income through this digital franchise.
Wow, that sounds intriguing, huh? All right, thank you very much, Julia. Okay, Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick Monahan. I'm owner of Brood Media, and I specialize in product and food photography, and I also do events as well, but COVID. I offer fun and creative photos at an affordable and approachable level, and as a reminder, perspective is everything.
And folks, please check out his page on This Great City. He has some amazing photographs. And definitely take a peek, because it will, I mean, if you really want to have that Monday morning mind blow, look at his shots on This Great City. They're fantastic. Thomas, go ahead.
Morning, everybody. Thomas from MLP Technologies. We are a managed service provider based in Windsor. Not to say we can't help you in Ontario and out west else. For those especially that need remote assistance, we do take care of that. We offer services and products in the areas of IT, security, and communications. We help our customers stay connected and protected.
Right. And you know what, I could say this because Thomas is, I think, the only person who provides this service as part of our network. So I just love his level of service, his personal attention. If you need anything with IT, please give Thomas a call. All right, William, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm William Snodgrass, and I own and operate Snodgrass Group Insurance. We basically work with successful small business owners to build a better benefit plan that would also minimize their employee liabilities. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, cool.
Does.
Awesome. Good to know, William. Thank you. All right, Nazir.
Hey guys. So yeah, I was just putting it into the chat, but I'm glad it's so much easier to speak it. So yeah, so I am Nazir Khan, city leader for Burlington. We have,
In a bad spot there.
Audio's lagging.
Yeah.
We have all of your business cards signed in. We can get that done for you. Am I breaking up or?
Yeah, you were a little crackly there. You're better now.
Okay. Yeah, I sometimes I talk too fast. So yeah, so we do, all your print needs. You guys let me know, and we can get that done. And I am building a digital agency in Burlington. So it looks like we have some talent here, because I need some help on the front end. Like I have all the back end down, but like the funnels and database, I just don't have time. So if anybody, we'll talk more about it in the building session. But yeah, anything you guys need, just if I don't have the solution, I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Right? That's why it's custom business and technology solutions.
All right.
But pretty much I have a solution for everything. And if you guys need somebody to edify you in terms of Legal Shield and ACN, I've been down both of those roads, and I know they're great solutions. So if you need help on any of your calls, then just let me know, and I'll jump in and I'll back you up, and I'll close your prospects for you.
Love it.
And that's
Closer as
you're done
well.
talking.
All right, Teresa, you there?
So my name's Teresa. I do multiple things. So I'm with my agency. It's a marketing company. So we do a lot of social media, website designs. I also am part of This Great City. And so, of course, we like any support we can get, whether it be a citizen, and citizens are free, or a membership. So spread the word and add your reviews to This Great City profile. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Wow, that was fast. Thank you, everybody. Listen, it's a little overtime. I'm just going to repeat just a few of the announcements for the week, just so that for the folks that have missed it. So right after this, after we're done wrapping up in about 3 minutes, we're going to start the work group. And if you've never been part of a work group, basically it's like being in a coffee shop and you got a bunch of people around you, and you don't actually talk to them unless you need to reach out to them for something. So it's the same kind of thing. We're all in the same room, and if you need to talk to something like Yuri, the last time he was on, we had a nice chat over the table. I think we were disturbing everybody else at our table, but it was okay because they didn't say anything. But we just stay in the work group until noon. But if there is something that you need to ask somebody, you've got people there that you can ask them, right? I personally find it keeps me more productive because I know that I have eyes on me. So I don't watch any movie trailers or any of that stuff. So so that's good, right? So please, you can stick around. It goes from now until noon, and then we're off. Okay. At 1 o'clock today, Sherry Lozier is doing the Business Builder Mastermind. That is for businesses. I don't know if Catherine wants to give a small testimonial. I keep picking on you to do it.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky enough to be involved in it. It's ridiculously cheap. But the content is amazing. Sherry gets you thinking down to the root, but she makes you do it. She just asks prodding questions, and you'll go, well, because, but she'll go, okay, then why do you do that? And I go, oh, that's a really good question. I don't know, And so I find I get just as much out of when Sherry's focused on me as when she's focused on the other participants, because often you can see yourself in their situations as well. And she makes sure that everybody is really aware that it is a safe environment, that nothing is going outside of that room, which it never has in the 2 or 3 months that I've been involved.
Yeah, fantastic, fantastic.
And how long is the session, Ivan?
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, and everything that we try to do here is to help build up business, right? We try to help you grow your business, to know more about yourself and your business, et cetera, right? And connect you with other businesses so you can grow your referral network. Sherry, what she does is definitely something I've seen the benefits of in other businesses, right? So that's fantastic. Okay, so tomorrow for the city leaders, tomorrow at 10:30 we have a city leader call. On Wednesday night we have the Investing 2021 with Stephen Lee and Melissa Raymond. Those two, they do a great job. We're talking stocks, right? So I love the fact that whenever we're on the call, he pulls up the screen. We're always looking at the charts. We're looking at how stocks are performing. And if you don't know anything about the stock market, it's a really great place to learn and have discussion, and then learn tools you can use to actually invest without your own money. But it's really cool. Okay, Thursday morning, Tech Talk with Catherine Davies. And then of course on Thursday afternoon is Sales Strategy with myself. That's a member only event, but if you're a member of this great city, then please join me on Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock. It's a powerful, aggressive, interactive workshop. All right. Thank you all very, very much for coming, and I'll see you again next Monday for Morning Coffee with me.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
All right, those that are sticking around for the work group, you guys.
Yeah, great.